Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode in the PrairieFire College series. My name is Will. I am the Wealth Management Associate and Certified College Funding Specialist here at PrairieFire. And in today's episode, it is a very important topic, but one that I think a lot of students and families might overlook. I know when I was in college, I overlooked this part of the process completely, and that is financial aid award appeals. Here's the usual disclosure. All right, so what is a financial aid appeal? If you would have asked me when I was an incoming freshman, I would have told you I had no idea. What it is you are appealing the award that the college offers you. So if you get accepted into a school and they send you, your acceptance letter and a financial aid package along with that, you think that package is not good enough, won't cover your needs, you can appeal back to the school and request more money. Now, some schools have strict guidelines on who can appeal, so not every single person is appealing, and it's for those schools it's based on if you have a special circumstance is what they call it, and on the next slide here I'll go over some examples of a special circumstance. But if the school does not have requirements for this, I definitely think it's worth a shot, because the worst they can say is no. And then this process is done via financial aid appeal letter. And you can check out, we've got links to a couple different templates and other resources below to help you draft your own appeal letter. And if it's successful, you'll receive additional funding, you'll receive an updated offer. But again, the worst they can say is no if they do not want to increase your offer amount. So what is a special circumstance? As I mentioned before, some schools have strict guidelines and they will only allow appeals for people with these circumstances. So a couple examples would be reduced income in the current year compared to the income you put on your FAFSA, or income submitted on your FAFSA was way inflated for some reason. Maybe, you got a large bonus or something, whatever it is, and it doesn't accurately reflect what your normal year-to-year income is. That could be considered a special circumstance. If you incur significant medical expenses, if there was a medical emergency and you have thousands of dollars in hospital bills, that could be considered a special circumstance. You're already paying high tuition for other family members, like kids who are in private K through 12. That could be a special circumstance. If you or family supporting elderly parents or other family members with healthcare and things like that, that can add up real quick. That could also be considered a special circumstance. What if you don't have a special circumstance? Well, if they don't have strict guidelines on this, it's definitely worth a shot, because all you're going to get is a rejection letter if they don't want to give you any aid. It's not like they're going to revoke, your acceptance. They're just going to say, no, we can't give you any more aid. If the school is out of reach entirely due to how expensive it is, you can include in your letter other major expenses that maybe aren't considered a special circumstance, things you're going through, what you'll bring to campus, a little bit about yourself. Make sure to include all that in your appeal letter if you do not have a special circumstance. And then this one is important. Middle to high income families, a lot of the time, say forget it and don't even bother with appeals and then scholarships as well. They think that they're just not going to qualify because they make too much money, so they don't even bother trying. Right? They don't want to waste their time. So take advantage of this. If you are a middle to high income family and you apply for this, you might get lucky, because the less people that are applying, the less competition for you, more money left on the table. Boom, hopefully you get additional aid. But remember, it's never guaranteed, but you might have better chances. Appeal early. You've heard me, if you've watched the other videos, you've heard me say this, be proactive. I said it with the FAFSA and CSS. I said it with scholarships, and I'm saying it here too. Do it early, be proactive, because once the money is gone, it is gone. So submit your appeal letter no later than 2 to 3 weeks after you receive your initial offer. And then if you're an early decision student, you should be receiving your offer in December of your senior year, and then any general admission will be March or April of your senior year. So be checking your mailboxes around those times. And again, you can do this every year. I accidentally disappeared. Let me fix that. Oop, here I am. You can do this every year. Things change, life happens. Any of those special circumstances can happen at any time throughout your college career. So your financial situation might look different from when you were a freshman to when you're a senior. So make sure to keep this on your agenda every year. And then if you're unable to receive any additional aid from the schools, just hammer out the scholarships. And this is a reminder to do those every year too. I made the mistake of applying for a ton going into my freshman year. So when I was still in high school, didn't get much besides a couple small ones that the school offered me. And those were just based on grades. So I kept those automatically if I kept my grades at a certain level. But I didn't even bother with the private scholarships and left money on the table. So don't make the same mistake as me. Do your scholarships. Appeal for aid if needed. Do it every year. Get the most free money possible to make college less expensive, guys. Come on. Well, with that is financial aid appeals. Reminder, use the resources we've got along with this video. Draft them up. Quick note, if you're applying to multiple schools, which I'm sure you are, and let's say your second choice school gives you this awesome aid package, and your top choice school gives you kind of a sucky one that's not as good. In your appeal letter to your top choice school, you could say, hey, this school is offering me this much in aid, and then include their aid offer with the letter, just because you got to prove it. You can't just say it. They're not going to believe you. So include their aid letter with your appeal letter, showing how much this school is giving you. And if your top choice school really wants you, there's a chance they might match it or beat it. But again, not guaranteed. Just another strategy to use to try and get the most aid that you can. So that wraps it up. There's Matt and I. As always, reach out to us if you have any questions. Got our contact info here. Feel free to shoot us a message. Come hang out in our office. Yeah, that's it, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.